Hi everyone, welcome to Stampin' Storytellers. Today I have another project using the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. This time we're not going to use the ice cream builder punch, we're going to make it a popsicle card. And a great time to order right now is during celebration. So here is some more examples of this ice cream corner suite. And here are all the products included. And right now is celebration. So for every $60 you spend, you get to choose a free celebration item. That ends February 28th. Another awesome opportunity right now is to join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator. That's just a title. It's not, there aren't any requirements to actually demonstrate anything. It's just getting you a discount. So you get 20% discount on anything you order through yourself on the Stampin' Up! Website. It's a great deal. You also earn 5 free packs of designer series paper. They're all 6x6, one in each color family, and you get those for free when you join, but only until February 28th. So to get started today, I have a crumb cake card base, cut the long way, so that's 11 inches long, scored at 5.5. Then I have a layer of basic white for the inside that we can stamp on first. And actually, I don't think I grabbed that stamp. We need the little sprinkle stamp in Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to add a few on each corner. That's for our inside layer. Then we're going to do this layer of Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to go around the outside. The only sections that we're going to see is about the outside 1/4 inch. Keep going. Sorry, and that's wiggling my camera. There we go. So now you have sprinkles around that edge. Now we'll go to a scrap of Whisper White for our popsicle, and then a scrap of Whisper White for our sentiment. And all of this is also in Bermuda Bay. So stamp that. That's just a 1/2 inch strip. And then our popsicle is 2-step stamping. So you can stamp the top first. And then the bottom I'm going to stamp off so that it's quite light. So there we go, there's our 2-tone popsicle. One extra thing I'm going to add, and this is optional, is some dots. I'll take this off. In Versamark ink, and you want to make sure that this ink is dry. In Versamark ink, I'm just going to stamp some extra dots. To add some more, it almost makes it look like it has watermark. And once it dries, you can see it, there you can see them. It just adds one more touch. And that's just a way to use Versamark without actually heat embossing. And I will dry that before I cut it out. So now you can see them on there. Then one more set of stamping. We're going to do our popsicle stick in crumb cake ink. And I'll do the outline image. And then there's an image that gives you like the little wooden lines for in your popsicle stick. So those two. And now we get to fussy cut because there aren't dies or a punch for the popsicle, but there is for the ice cream cone. But these are really easy images to fussy cut because it's just going in a straight line. I am still leaving a little bit of a white outline around it. And there we go. Get rid of all those pieces. So now I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I have a piece of DSP that's 4x4, and I'm going to trim off 1 inch from this side, and I'm going to flip it over. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you. 1 inch on the other side. So now I have a 1 inch strip, a 2 inch strip, and a 1 inch strip. Then these two edge ones I'm going to flip over. So now I have 2 different patterns of DSP. Then in your kit, or if you're following along with me, is a layer of Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to adhere these strips on. It doesn't matter how far away from the edge they are. Just center your first one and then put the other ones on either side, because then we're going to use our stitched rectangle dies. So I'll center this one on here. And then I'm just leaving a little gap in between. Just like that. And I'm going to let this dry because I used liquid glue. I don't want to run this through my die cutting machine with liquid glue in between the layers because it'll ooze out onto my plates. So I'll let that dry and we'll do our little tag. So I have these 2 die cuts from the Hippo and Friends dies, and I'm going to adhere the basic white one onto the corner of the other one. So instead of centering it, I've just put it to the right. Then on our sentiment, I'm going to trim off the right side on an angle, and then the other side I just did straight. Then I can adhere my popsicle stick. And this I will add on dimensionals. And add that right there. And then my sentiment just across my popsicle there. So now this should be dry enough. I'm going to take the second largest stitched rectangle and lay that on here and run it through my die cutting machine. So now I have, this is just garbage. This piece didn't even stick on there. And this is the part that we're going to use for our card. So now we have a stitched rectangle with our lines of DSP all in one. And I really like that it puts the stitching line across all of them. Instead of die cutting this Coastal Cabana rectangle and then adding the layers of DSP, it really adds something to your card. So I can start adhering my layers now on here. So center that layer on our Bermuda Bay layer. Then I have a length of linen thread. It's about 2 feet. And I'm going to wrap that along this side twice and tie a bow. Linen thread is really forgiving when you're tying bows. And it's an inexpensive addition to your card. Oops. My paper snips are so dull. They don't cut ribbon anymore. There we go. So I've just added those 2 lengths of, or 2 wraps of my linen thread. Then I can adhere this layer on my card base. And I'll hold that down to make sure that this side adheres on that narrow section with my linen thread. And then I can add my little tag right there. And my inside layer. Initially I had cut this, but I think I like my stamping on it this time better. But it's a really easy way to add to the inside of your card is just to add a strip of DSP that coordinates with the outside of your card. So there's that. That could be done. But of course, because there are little sprinkles, we need to add some too. So I'm just going to glue them on like little embellishments. So put a little dot of Tombow. Don't want to get too much. And odd numbers are pleasing to the eye. So I did 3 at the bottom and 2 at the top. And because this DSP has all of the colors in it, you can use all of them. And there we go. Some extra little added sprinkles. This would be a great little boy birthday card. Even an invitation. You could do the outside like this, and then on the inside could be an invitation to a little party. Super cute. I love the popsicle set, or the popsicle stamp in this ice cream stamp set. If you'd like to purchase any Stampin' Up! Products from me, I'd really appreciate your orders. If you head over to my blog, stampinstorytellers.blogspot.com, you can order directly from there, or you can go to my online store, stampinstorytellers.stampinup.net. Use my current host code, and I'll send you a make and take packet in the mail as well. Don't forget about Celebration until February 28th, and the awesome opportunity to join Stampin' Up! For a discount on all your Stampin' supplies. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon. Bye!